Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy, and I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the King James Version of the Bible. We are in the Gospel according to St. Luke, and we are in chapter 5. We're picking up where we left off yesterday, at chapter 29, when Matthew, who is referred to as Levi here, has joined Jesus. And Levi made him a great feast in his own house. And there was a great company of publicans, that's tax collectors, and of others that sat down with them. But their scribes and Pharisees murmured against his disciples, saying, "Why do ye eat and drink with publicans and sinners?" Publicans are considered traitors. Somebody has to do the job of the tax collecting. And because the way the Roman Empire is set up is conquered people pay tax. Romans don't necessarily pay tax. So that's part of the reason why you would want to buy your citizenship. So to them, this is a very big offense. These are people who the community is supposed to have thrown away. And Jesus answering said unto them, "They that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." And they said unto him, "Why do the disciples of John fast often and make prayers, and likewise the disciples of the Pharisees, but thine eat and drink?" And he said unto them, "Can you make the children of the bride chamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? But in the days to come, when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and they shall have fast in those days." And he spake also a parable unto them. "No man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old. If likewise, then both make the new maketh a rent, and the piece that was taken out of the garment agreeth not with the old. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish." Now, this is a translation issue. It's wineskins. The person who edited it, Sir Francis Bacon, was trying to make it more palatable and understandable for the people in his time frame. It's just the bottles don't just break like that. You can try to really fill them, but they'll really overflow rather than burst. Whereas for wineskins are, now you're going back like BC era, and, they're stretching and releasing, and eventually, because they're made of a natural material that is not in that compressed sort of shaped form, they just fall apart. And they would fall apart. They would also hold on to the wine. They would, everything about them was meant to be perishable. This is, different story. But new wine must be put into new bottles, and both are preserved. No man also, having drunk old wine, straightway desireth new one, for he saith, the old is better. And that is also true of actual wine connoisseurs. They do like the older wine. And then part of what's in here is what he's also saying is, these people don't have a structure. They're not welcome in your faith. I'm going to show them how they're welcome by God, because, your people that are over there are too hard-hearted and too hard-headed for me to get in there and make them understand what changes are needed. So better to start with people who don't really have that structure and are looking for aid, than to be over there trying to convince people who don't want to go anywhere that they need to leave. or they need to do something different. Because, once they show you that they're immovable, well, like brute force or the path of least resistance. I'm usually good with the path of least resistance. Still gets my objective done. Saves me the drama. I hope you'll join me tomorrow, friends, when we will be starting chapter 6 of the book of Luke. Until then.